If tomorrow never comes, would she know how much I loved her?
God damn, how'd you get so beautiful?
But hold on.
So isolated that you're not sure if there's.
Here, let me look outside.
No, don't leave me alone. All right, guys, welcome to the Mercajer Show. Kyle and Woody have left, and I'm the only one here, so I can say whatever the fuck I want. And what I want to say is, should have prepared something. Why would both of them leave? Why would 2/3 of the team leave in the middle of the fucking show? Like, you have to have someone to bounce shit off of. I guess Woody's not to blame. Kyle's to blame. He's walking over there sucking his girlfriend's tits or something while someone would be here for me to talk to. Could you just be America 2. It's all of this. Like just a big circle on the map. No subdivisions and UKs and, oh, we're not a part of that. We're actually different. Nobody gives a shit. Like every time that comes up online and it's like, oh, you think that the regular Ireland is a part of the UK? And it's like, yeah, because you don't understand that nobody fucking cares.
I remember, like growing up, my dad would keep a good amount of cash on hand.
Mm-hmm.
He would oftentimes cash like big checks, just so he'd have enough a lot of cash on hand, and there'd be $35,000 or $40,000 like cash
laying
there.
around.
Yeah,
right.
and like he would keep it locked up in the vault and everything, and it was pretty. Honestly, it's just he and I that have the safe combination, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But I just remember being a little kid, being like 8. And like I'd be home alone, and I'd get like $50,000 in cash, just throw it up in the air, make it rain, and like roll in it.
Gave an 8-year-old the combination to a safe with $50,000 in it,
and a few weapons. I don't know about maybe 50. How else am I going to get to my guns? I got to know the combination.
That's a sound point.
You should be more impressed that an
Taylor.
8-year-old could operate one of those spinny combination locks. Think about that, and remembering the combination.
Yeah, 3 numbers. Wow.
Okay, well, there's the left-right pattern as well. There were kids.
2
in high
directions
school
and
You
3
have to
numbers.
pass it on the second go through.
I remember there were 3 kids in high school that were so fucking dumb they had to get like special locks. They couldn't figure out the combination, and the teachers just gave up.
There was
Like-
that kid at every high school.
I'd rather wear
who just
diapers.
couldn't get it, and the janitor was there in the hallway after every class, helping him shimmy the door open, looking at him like, "You goddamn idiot! It's 1, 1,
numbers.
2. We did this for you." Like,
I would always leave my locker unlocked anyway, but because like who's gonna fuck with the locker? Except for me, I was literally the motherfucker who like when I'm like the only one walking down the hall, I'm like jimmying them all, like open, 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 lock, 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 lock,
In my
open.
high school, if you didn't spin the...
I hate that. I hate those gun snobs who come over and they like don't like the way you're holding your thumb when you're putting a round into the magazine. They'll say something about stupid shit like, you want to be putting your thumb on the side so you're not numbing it up for the grip, and it's like you're making shit up, you ass.
So nitpicky, and sometimes gun guys will sort of revel in the fact that I have something over this guy. This is my area of expertise, and this guy knows nothing about it. He might know how to do all that fancier doctoring or whatnot, but I know how to operate this coat here. Under virtually any circumstance, I can't think of what it is that I would not tell you under torture.
I would sell out both of you so fucking fast. I'd be
So
trying
fast.
to like. I'd be immediately like, "Hey, you know what? I know 2 guys who know just as much, nay, more than me. I'll help you torture.
Tell
them,
you
man.
what,
Like, just let me
let's
out.
go get him.
Yeah, you know what? I'm on your team. You know.
You want a gun? Let's go get Woody. Fuck Woody. I'll spill my guts right then and there. I just can't put up with torture. See, so I gotta piss again, if that's okay with everyone. I can do it right here. I'll fill this motherfucker up if you
Yes,
want.
all right, that's what I want. Do it.
That would be
Do
much
it.
more
Go ahead,
entertaining.
all talk. Talker,
That would
talker,
be
talker.
more
Fill up your cup. Fill up your cup, bitch. Let's see it. Let's see it. Whip it out. Come on. Let's see the thick 4.
I'm actually an amateur personal trainer. Yes, we had a whole video series
What a
at my
generous!
house.
I did not know where you were going with that. You sneaky thief. That's not what that means.
Okay.
The fact that you invited someone who's overweight to your house for a month and make them do weird YouTube videos and drag themselves by rope on the floor does not make your personal trainer.
Okay.
So what I did, and fast forward, was we have a friend who weighs about 440 pounds. And
Big person.
always struggling with this weight loss thing. And I'm always saying, like, look, dude, calories in, calories out, basic workout program, and you'll in 2 years from now, you'll be a normal human being. And he's like, no, can't do it, excuse. And I'm like, come to my house and I'll make you do it. So he comes and lives at my house with me for a fucking month. And we trained every day, and I put him on a diet. And he lost somewhere in the nature of 40 pounds in 30 days or something like that, which he'd never done before without the help of speed, basically. As going for the safari tonight.
God. I love that he hates it. Don't stop.
You look just like my porter I had on my last safari. Come on.
Now you're getting close to Australian.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
going to
that's
keep
one
morphing,
thing.
and I'm just trying to make it as annoying as possible. Just keep bouncing around from Cockney to a little.
Well, Milo,
Fox,
can you do a good
weird,
Southern
like,
accent?
thing.
No. You'd have to talk me through it.
It's really twangy, and we don't pronounce the ing part of words. That'll get you most of the way there.
So many different Southern accents.
Give me a sentence to Give me a sentence to.
Dozens.
Give me like a little phrase or a little sentence to try to imitate.
Man, there's a lot of Jews in this restaurant.
Yeah, no, I can't do that.
You can't open if you just leave your mouth closed a little bit. You ain't got to open it too much at all. It all comes from back
And there's
there.
no space between words. Every word starts as soon as the previous one's done.
It's just very sexy.
To do this
No.
accent right here, it's got to come from a place deep inside, a place of hate and prejudice.
It's lovely.
I want you to say mission accomplished, just like that.
I love that Milo gets turned on by hate and prejudice. You are Republican.
Mission. Tur. Yeah, I loved when George W. would talk about tur. That was my favorite.
Tur.
Tur.
We got a fat
War on
tur.
pair.
And a war
Tur.
on tur.
Guy was from Kennebunkport, Maine, educated at Harvard in Boston, and then suddenly he's the most Southern guy in politics.
He's out there.
On TV. We love him.
Like the only people who brought their lunches were like really, really awkward kids, and just I didn't. You wouldn't want to be that guy who breaks open that fucking Frigidaire little mini cooler and starts getting out your puddings and shit. Like
My high school was totally different.
Well,
Oh, I
yeah, it was
know
the
it was.
20s. You had a metal pail that you were carrying
So
uphill in
most
the snow
people
both ways.
most people bought lunch, right? That was the thing. However, the athletes would bring their lunch, right? They're the ones who had like protein and a rice or something like that. Like they would have carefully planned out meals. And if you did that but weren't an athlete, you were like a wannabe. Like it's worse. So either
Yeah.
know your role or, I guess it's know your role in either case. So it wasn't until I became I was a swimmer, and if Kat doesn't know, it wasn't until my senior year when I started bringing my own lunch and being cool. So
That's what made you cool.
I've always
Look at me,
wanted-
I eat lean protein and brown rice. Anyone jealous? Do you remember every once in a while in middle school, it wasn't grade school because it didn't fucking matter, but in middle school and high school, when you would see a friend who brought their own lunch and they took the napkin out, and it was no mere napkin. There was a note scribbled on from their mom, and you would snatch it away and read it to everyone.
Oh, how
Did you ever
terrible.
have that? You never noticed anyone with a little note written on there? Maybe it's
I've
just 2 or
noticed
3
it.
instances. Yeah.
I've noticed it, but I would never steal a kid's note. That's from his mama.
I know I was a dick, but
And you'd read
It was
it for the
fun.
others' amusement.
yes.
You holding it up above a
Yeah.
short kid, just like,
Just
Dear
pushing him
Jimmy, I love you so much. I put some prunes in there, so maybe you'll be able to poop tomorrow. You're like,
Get
I'm
that
like,
rash taken care of.
I saw this-
meanwhile,
appointment on
Jimmy's cutting
Tuesday.
himself back at home.
Yeah.
because he did that. It was G. Gordon Liddy, actually, the guy who was part of the whole Watergate scandal back in the day. He's one of the guys who broke in, but he's also a radio talk show host, or at least he was back in the day. And he was talking about meeting Clinton and how intoxicating it was, and how Clinton, when he shakes your hand, he doesn't just shake your hand, he takes your hand in both hands and pulls you in close and really gets in there, and he's just smiling.
Plenty of women can attest to that.
Well, with the women, he pulls them in close and he doesn't let them fucking go.
it turns them around.
Come here, Paula. Big nose, bitch.
And I had somebody message me a good, it's essay sized about, hey, I followed you, I respect you, but I've noticed that you've been showing a lot of boobs and a lot of cleavage, and I just think you're selling yourself out, and you're a sellout. And I'm like, so I go to my dad, who luckily knows everything about this kind of stuff, and I'm like,
boob expert.
I bet Chiz would taste like soot from a 19th century chimney.
Tastes like a chimney sweep's beard. Mm.
Yeah. I don't know.
Fuck
I'd taste
you.
like some kind of foul.
Woody would taste very rich. I feel like he'd be hard to stomach.
I would only eat Woody because I know given the opportunity he would eat me.
I will be so mean to you if you subscribe to me. I'll call you a whore and a cunt and a slut and everything.